The trials of a Stoic hero. Lessons from ancient legends. In a time long past, in a land where the gods watched from the heavens and mortals struggled against fate, a young warrior named Lycas embarked on a journey that would test his soul. He was not born a king, nor was he blessed with divine favor, but what he did possess was something far greater, an unshakable spirit. Lycas had trained his entire life to become a warrior, dreaming of glory in battle. But one day, his city was attacked. He was taken captive by a ruthless warlord, shackled, and thrown into the dungeons, where despair whispered to him in the dark. One night, an old prisoner in the shadows spoke. "Why do you suffer, young one?" Lycas scoffed. "Because I have lost my freedom. My fate is in the hands of a tyrant." The old man chuckled. "Foolish boy, your fate is in your own hands, because only you control how you face it." Lycas frowned. "And how should I face it? With tears? With rage?" "No," the man said calmly, "with wisdom, strength, and acceptance." This was the first lesson of Stoicism, the lesson of Odysseus, the hero's journey, and Stoic resilience. The old prisoner told Lycas the story of Odysseus, the Greek hero who spent 10 long years trying to return home. Storms, monsters, and betrayals plagued his journey. Yet he endured, not because he could control the seas, but because he could control himself. Lycas listened, realization dawning on him. He could not control his captors. He could not undo the past, but he could prepare for the moment when fate gave him a chance to escape. For months, he trained in secret, using small stones to strengthen his hands, whispering his plans to no one. He recalled the tale of Hercules, who completed 12 impossible labors, not by complaining about their difficulty, but by meeting each challenge with relentless determination. And so, when the day came, and the warlord left his fortress unguarded, Lycas did not hesitate. He fought his way to freedom, remembering Persephone, the queen of the underworld, who had once been taken against her will. Instead of despairing, she adapted, becoming a ruler even in darkness. Lycas, too, had learned to find his power, even in the hands of fate. Virtue in action. Examining moral choices as he made his way back home, Lycas encountered a traveling merchant, weighed down by bags of gold. "You must be strong," the merchant said. "Help me carry this and I will make you rich." But Lycas remembered the story of King Midas, whose greed cursed him, turning everything he touched into gold, even his own daughter. Lycas knew that wealth meant nothing without wisdom, so he declined, choosing instead the path of virtue. Later he came across a battlefield where 2 kings waged war over an insult. The bodies of men, young and old, lay scattered like fallen leaves. Lycas recalled the story of the Trojan War, where pride and vengeance led to 10 years of bloodshed. He saw now how foolish hubris could be. Before he left, he warned the warriors, "Pride is a fire that burns all who feed it. Seek justice, not destruction." Some laughed, some listened, but Lycas walked on, knowing he had chosen the wiser path. Finding meaning in a chaotic world one. Evening, Lycas climbed a hill and looked up at the endless sky. The wind carried the scent of earth. The stars shimmered above, and he felt the vastness of existence. He thought of Demeter, the goddess who had lost her daughter, Persephone, to the underworld. In her sorrow, the earth had withered, but when she accepted the cycle of life and death, the seasons returned, and the world found balance again. Life, he realized, was fleeting. Seasons changed. Men lived and died, and nothing lasted forever. But that was no reason for despair. It was a reason to live well, to cherish every moment and to act with virtue. He also remembered Prometheus, the titan who had stolen fire from the gods to bring knowledge to humanity. For his defiance, he was punished, chained to a rock for eternity. Yet despite his suffering, he never regretted his choice. He had acted for the good of mankind. Lycas now understood. He, too, must live in harmony with the world. He must not fight against its nature, but embrace its trials as a forge that shaped him into something stronger. Practical applications for modern life. Though Lycas lived in ancient times, his journey teaches lessons we can use today. Endurance in hardship. Like Odysseus, we must face struggles, but focus only on what we can control. Strength in adversity. Like Hercules, we overcome difficulties by meeting them head-on. Mastery over desire. Like King Midas, we must not let greed or ambition blind us to what truly matters. Wisdom in conflict. Like the Trojan War, we see how pride can destroy lives if left unchecked. Finding peace in chaos. Like Demeter, we accept life's changes and learn to embrace them. Even today, modern leaders, athletes, and thinkers embody these Stoic values. Figures like Nelson Mandela, who endured decades of imprisonment, yet emerged with wisdom instead of bitterness, remind us that we always have control over our own minds. And so, like Lycas, we all walk our own paths, facing our own trials. The question is, will we walk it with wisdom, with courage, with virtue? The choice is ours.